What's up, guys? It is Sam here, and today I wanted to talk about my progress towards hitting $500 online in the month of May 2020. Today is May 26th, 2020. There's still 5 days left in the month. I'm going to give you my progress, but also show you the journey that I've been on to get to this point, because I think that's way more valuable than the $500 that I'm getting or potentially getting in the month of May. So, with that being said, if this is your first time here, what's good? My name is Sam, and for those of you who are returning, it's good to freaking see you. Let's get into it. So, I journal every single day, and one of the things that I wrote down at the end of April, after reflecting on the progress that I made in April, was that this was going to be the one and only business that I was focusing on until I reached a certain threshold. I'm sure if you are anything like me, you have plenty of great ideas, and the value is truly in the focus and the execution on a daily basis. So that's the journey I wanted to walk you on. In the end of October in 2018, I had just started a new job. I'd been there for about 2 months, and I was going through the process of understanding what the role was and being good at it. And it was October 31st of 2018, and I am laying in bed, I'm smoking, and I'm like, I do not want to do this. This is like, I give it a chance, and I'm like, I decided this is not what I want to do. I can make that decision very quickly. At that moment, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to pick something else online that gives me the freedom that I want, that gives me the flexibility that I want to create the lifestyle that I want, to live in anywhere that I want. And that was December 31st. So, I'm sorry, October 31st is 2018. So this right here is November and December of 2018. You can see I made $23.80. How did I do that? Well, I'm making YouTube videos and just putting the link in the description. I didn't know where it was going to lead to, but I knew that through the same journey that I've been on with fitness and showing up every day, and that includes with my diet and my training and cardio and sleep and nutrition, that inevitably I make progress over time. I just have to continue down that path. And with each new day of me taking progress, and I'm learning and seeking out information and trying to get better, I never really get better. So I knew that is the path and how it plays out, but I didn't know the exact route I would be taking. So I started making content on YouTube, right? And this is how much I made in that period, those 2 months of starting out. I had a YouTube channel, but I wasn't making any money from it. I wasn't consistent with it. I might do like a video or two, and then I wouldn't do videos for several months at a time. And then I'd be like, okay, cool, I'm gonna do another couple videos, and then I wouldn't do videos for several months. And that had been playing out for 5 years. I'd make a couple videos, and then I would make videos sometimes for even a year at a time. Then I was like, I'm not doing this more. I need to focus my attention and do one thing and move forward. So that was all of 2018. And I'm going to get into the weekly earnings in a second. But if and then we're going to tie it into the $500 a month. But as I progressed along that journey, I knew that showing up every day was going to be what inevitably gave me that momentum to continue to move forward. So in 2019, so this is point five. This is the first half, the 6 months of 2019. This is how much I made on average per week in 2018. Right, I made $23 right up here. And that came out to be $2.98 per week. So about a cup of coffee that I made per week in 2018, 2 months into starting, right? And then over the next 6 months, I didn't know where I was going or how to move forward, or I also was working a full-time job and doing other things. So over that next 6 months, on a weekly basis, I made about $8.18. And I want to show you, these are the things that I made during that time period. You can see that it was primarily, let's see. It was only between Amazon and YouTube. So in March of 2019, I started making money from the YouTube earnings, and the Amazon earnings continued to accelerate. So that was from that in those 6 months, which brought me up to $8.18 per week on average for the first 6 months of 2019. This is all of 2019. This is the second half of 2019. As you can see, with each new period of time in terms of measurement, the earnings have been growing. So in 2019, the last half from July 1st through December 31st, on a weekly basis, I made $28.25. A big jump up, but still, remember, that's $120 a month. It's not really going anywhere. I still wasn't focused on where I was going. I was still working a full-time job. But throughout this time period, when I had picked on October 31st that I was not going to be doing that job any longer, I had already started making other decisions in my life and the way that I spend my money. So throughout the end of 2018, in those 2 months, and throughout the entire 2019, I was saving around 70% of every dollar that I made, so that I knew that my transition would happen. I knew this would continue to grow. I knew I'd continue to figure it out and learn as I went along. But having that cushion of several months or several years, in my case, of savings, I wouldn't be in a place where I had to make short-term decisions based upon the level of my bank account. So then the first at the end of December 13th is when I quit of 2019. And that was my last day. I believe it was a Friday. And the first 4 months of this year continued along that path, putting a little bit more focus, but this is the journey where I continue to put out content, but I was like, maybe I should do something where I can generate other types of income. I wasn't sure exactly what that path was going to lead to. I was putting a little bit of time into doing stuff online, but maybe that was like 10% of my focus. My other focus was just spread out all over the place. I started a couple other business ventures. I started flipping some stuff. I did many, many different things during this past 4 months, which are not included in this number. This is strictly the stuff from online. But in the first 4 months of this year, that's why it's 0.33, not including May, I made $56.89 on average per week. And that is over here. So that is, now we're getting into these are all the different sources. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 different sources of income. Two of those sources did not provide any income in the first 4 months. The primary source during this time period was YouTube, Swisschem, which is a company I'm affiliated with, and those were the primary two. The other ones were just little bits here and there, little bits here and there. I mean, look at this. This is a total of 44 cents. So very, very trivial, but it is income, and it does grow over time. So that's what led me to 56 cents and $56.89 per week on average. Right now we're starting to be like, oh, this is kind of fun. But again, remember, that's $220 a month. Still not enough to live off of. I'm 5 months into my journey of living off of my savings, and my savings are going this way. My income is going this way, but my savings are going like at a slope like this, where my income is going at a different trajectory. It's at a faster slope, but the level is just like way down here. So in the last week of April, I had a real estate business. I was flipping stuff. I was doing just stuff to generate income. And I made in April with my partner over $3,500 of flipping stuff. And then I was flipping stuff myself, just free shit from online. I was flipping stuff. We made over $3,500 that month. There's another $3,000 that's I have here. And I shut that down. I shut down the real estate business. I got out of all the other activity things that I was doing, and I was like, I'm already making money with the stuff online. This source of income is very small, relatively speaking. However, this is the source that is going to give me the freedom that I want. This is the source of income that is going to allow me to create the lifestyle I want, where I don't have to be tied to any one geographic location, and I can just work from a computer anywhere in the world. So I can optimize for taxes, optimize for, excuse me, where I want to be from a weather standpoint, or just the geographic location I want to be for. Did I say taxes? Because that's definitely a big one. Regulations. Oh, did I say taxes? That's a big one. And then just different things that I want to see and experience around the world, because everybody else has the answers to any questions that you might have. And the more you talk to more people, the quicker you can come up and understand how other people are doing something in life, or living a life that you want, and get to that lifestyle that you want, or whatever it is. If you want, $50,000 a month, then so be it. And if you guys want to follow along as I go on that journey, make sure you press that subscribe button. I'm going to be 100% transparent in how I go about doing this. So now that was the end of April that I decided to shut everything else down. It was like, oh, not doing this. I had a website up. I had marketing going. Doing cold calls with the real estate stuff. It was going along well, had a bunch of leads, and I was like, nope, I'm focusing on one thing only, and that is this. So shut all that down. Now, in the month of May, as I mentioned, today's the 26th, so this is only the first 26 days of this month, but on average, I've made about $106 per week. So now it's starting to become very interesting, right? Because as I was able to narrow that focus of attention down more narrow and narrow as I went through this path, right? Initially, I would just be making content, and I'd be literally filming it on my phone on my drive into work, and that would be my piece of content for the day, right? But I would do that on the way into work, on the way home from work, maybe on my lunch break, and then at the gym. So that would be the content that I would create, and that was kind of it. And then it's evolved and grown as time goes on to be a little bit more in depth, a little bit more sophisticated. And that's just like anything in life, where continuing down that path allows you to expand. Anything that you truly focus on will expand over time. Look at my stuff in fitness has truly expanded over time. So this path for me, currently, let me show you those numbers. Currently, in terms of bookable, or of actual income, is $315 so far this month. And you're like, well, that does not come out to be does not come out to be $106. Well, what that comes out to be is, if you take 300.25 and divided that into 4 weeks into the month, we'll say that would be $75. However, there's the biggest affiliate on here that they don't have an affiliate dashboard for me to track. And for the last 2 months, I've made about $250 from them. So we're just going to assume that I only make $125 from them. So if you take 300 plus 125 divided by 4 weeks, that's $106.25. And there's still 5 days left in this month where I can continue to ramp this up. So I believe two things. Obviously, I think that this is going to go up just from additional sales over the next 5 days. But also, I think that the number is going to be higher than $125 from that one affiliate. The last 2 months, when I wasn't really focusing on this stuff, I had around 250, just under 250 that I made from them per month. So to think that it would be 125, I think is super conservative, but those are the numbers I wanted to use here in this video, so that when I do the next video, I can be like, holy fuck, I completely blew these numbers out of the water. If you guys want to follow along with that video, make sure you press that subscribe button. Another thing that has been truly helpful for me in terms of just the way that I think about this, if I want to get to 100 grand a month, right? So you're like, well, Sam, you're a long fucking ways off. I agree. Well, there's two things here. First of all, is taking action every single day. It does not, I repeat, it does not matter the size of the action. And you might think that is, a little bit naive. However, when you look in the macro sense over time, it is not any individual one day's worth of actions that are going to make you successful or not make you successful, unless you're going to shoot somebody and you end up going to jail or something. But it is the aggregation of all of those actions you've taken that add up and compound over time. So taking micro actions every day to move forward on your vision, yours doesn't have to be about money, right? I've taken care of whatever else I wanted to take care of, and now my focus is on money. And creating the lifestyle I want. So now taking micro actions every single day. Again, anything you focus on will expand. So if you focus on taking micro actions every day, and it can just be one micro action, that all it has to be is one tiny little step forwards. The consistency of that action over time is what's going to make a difference. And I relate that back to fitness because people talk to me about fitness and reaching their goals, and they're like, oh, but I want to go out drinking with my buddies. It's so-and-so's birthday. Cool. If you stay with your diet plan and you adjust accordingly because you know what you're going to do on Saturday is go get shit-faced, then you adjust it on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to compensate for those calories so that on Saturday you can have those without affecting your diet. And on a monthly basis or a 6-month basis or a 1-year basis, that one day of you getting shit-faced because it's a bachelor party or whatever it is that you decide to do and not stay with your plan is not going to completely take you off track. What's going to take you off track is not fucking consistently showing the fuck up. And that's where people make a big mistake. And then from the getting to $100,000, if so this is just one. I have a couple other businesses too, but I'm putting zero focus on those right now. But having companies, right? I already have one company that pays me $250. So if you take, well, 2 companies, but it's just not included in this thing. So if I take 250, 100,000 divided by 250, I only need 400 companies that pay me 250 per month. So that was at the beginning of the month that I'm looking at this, right? So if I can add several companies per month that pay me 250, that's gonna happen really quickly, right? All right, I've already got 2 plus whenever I finish this month, it could be 3. What I do in June is going to compound on what I've already done over the last 1.5 years, plus all the effort that I took in May. So this is micro action every single day, 7 days a week for the rest of your life on things that are important to you and your journey and what you want to achieve. They're not going to be the same as mine, right? So don't necessarily take my blueprint on how I do it, but taking micro actions every single day towards whatever you're trying to achieve literally change your life, period. Whatever that is. If you guys have any questions, leave them down below or jump over to Instagram and say what's good. Happy to answer any questions I can, or we can hop on a call or something and I can tell you more details around what I'm working on and that kind of thing. I'm happy to help out. Stay tuned for the May earnings numbers when they are finalized. So press that bell notification after you press that subscribe button so that YouTube will notify you the next time I post a video. I appreciate you guys. Peace out. And oh, by the way, share this video with somebody else. If you got any value out of this video, take a moment and think about who you know who could get value out of this. And not only will I benefit, obviously, from additional people seeing my content, right? But more importantly, that is how you win in the marketplace, is by providing value to other people. So if you can take that little nugget and understand that the more you can be valuable to the marketplace of whoever you're involved with, whether it is your spouse, your kids, your friends and family, your people at work, the more value you can provide to those people in terms of whatever they are trying to achieve, the more valuable you'll be in the marketplace. So if you can think of somebody who can get value out of this, then share this video with them. Helps me out, right? But more importantly, it helps you out in making that switch to taking action on your life and providing value to other people. That's how you win. You can serve other people by providing value, right? Peace.